Namaste and welcome to this video series, Yogic Numerology. That is, the significance of numbers in yogic science and practice. So we are at number 8. In yogic terms, that means Ashtanga Yoga or 8 limbs of yoga. So to begin with, I will list those 8 angles, dimensions or limbs of yoga. The first one is Yama, that is restraint or redirection of yourself. And there are 5 elements of Yama, 5 Yamas. Similarly, there are 5 Niyamas. Now the Niyam means observing and with discipline. The third dimension is Asana, that is practice of postures. There are hundreds or thousands of postures, very popular around the world, and many of us think sometimes that postures is basically the essence of yoga. Yoga means asana. So we will dig deeper into areas, dimensions of yoga which precede and succeed asana or beyond asana, because asana is not the end, it is the means to an end, and we will discuss how. And the fourth limb of yoga is Pranayama. Pranayama means expansion and direction of pranic force, pranic energy in your body. And of course there are hundreds of pranayama techniques, but we should remember that pranayama is not controlling your breath but expanding the scope of prana within yourself. Sometimes you lock the prana within you, sometimes you lock the prana outside of you for a moment, for a minute, not more, and you regulate your breathing process, and through that you regulate the flow of pranic energy. So this is to balance both sides of the body and mind. This is to increase the level of energy and retain that energy within you to be used for some other great purposes. And the techniques of pranayama are to expand new dimensions, new possibilities, new scope of pranic energy in the body. To begin with, pranayama practice requires that you breathe properly. Breathe with diaphragm expanding, not the rib cage expanding. So with that you learn to breathe properly, and breathing properly, diaphragmatic breathing, is 40 times more efficient in bringing in oxygen as compared to chest breathing. So I will, in the next, one of the next videos, I will present to you a paper on pranayama, the essence of pranayama that I presented at a global Vedic conference in Washington a few years ago, and I will present that paper and read in front of you. But for now, let's move to the next limb of yoga. The fifth aspect is Pratyahara. Pratyahara is withdrawal and redirection of your sensory perception away from the outer world toward your inner world. Now, as soon as you open your eyes, your senses become active, you are paying attention outside, you are looking around, shape and size and distance and color, sound, sight, all those things. But that is not enough. either to know the outer object and definitely not to know your inner self. So something more, something new is needed there. And that technique is called Pratyahara. The sixth dimension is Dharana. That is concentration, focus. Focusing or reorienting your attention in one direction rather than being distracted to be spread out all around and sometimes get confused or tense or unclear about what you are knowing and who is the knower in you. So concentration is the sixth dimension. The seventh dimension is Dhyana. Dhyana is meditation. That is a sustained effort to concentration at one point transforms itself into a state of meditation. And I will explain more how that happens. So, Dhyana is meditation. And the eighth and final aspect is Samadhi. Samadhi, we will talk about it also. Actually, most of these points, there is much deep and broad content. So it cannot be summarized in a quick and rapid fire method. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and you are done. There is much more content and meaning and depth in each number, each aspect of these Ashtanga Yoga. So in doing so, I will focus on explaining certain aspects which are probably not available commonly. So I'll make a few comments and glance through the other aspects. For example, 5 yamas are ahimsa, non-violence, satya, truth, asteya, non-stealing, and brahmacharya, that is living in harmony with natural laws. So a few comments here. Ahimsa is not only being violent or engaging in violent action. It is actually not causing pain to anyone, including yourself. And non-violence, not only in action, but in your thought. You're not thinking violence. You are not speaking violent fashion. So your entire personality, your appearance, your expression is peaceful, not violent. Now sometimes violence is necessary to achieve peace. For example, if kids are making noise or being naughty, it's not that you are violent toward them. You can stop them, you can speak loud and try to impose discipline. Hey, don't do this, this is not good, this is not good for yourself or for anybody. Don't break it. So it may appear as violence in speech, but in effect it is dedicated to bringing non-violence in the atmosphere. The second yama is satya or truth. Sometimes we think that a fact is truth, an empirical data is truth. Facts are a reflection of partial truth. For example, if I say what is the time and temperature now, so there is a fixed time and fixed temperature. But truth actually is not that changes over time. So temperature is not the ultimate truth. Temperature is a measurement of temperature at one location and at one particular time, which will change if you go to another time, another place. It's not the same temperature or same time. So truth is what is unchanging. Truth remains the same regardless of time and location or space. So that is the ultimate truth. But Should you always speak the truth which hurts everybody around you? Maybe you can present the truth step by step in a more polite and gentle way. So there is some art of living involved there. Similarly, the fifth uh, Yama, or the fourth Yama, is Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is living in harmony with natural laws. I have heard many people say that brahmacharya means abstinence or suffering or austerity, that kind of thing. So Brahma is two words. Brahma means cosmic consciousness. Charya means you are living in accordance with. You are living in accordance with cosmic laws, cosmic awareness. So there is more to brahmacharya than simply abstinence or simply very pure and restrained lifestyle. That is also true to some extent, but in essence that means living in accordance with natural cosmic laws and consciousness, awareness. And the fifth Yama is aparigraha, that is non-possessiveness. In other words, avoid being attached and feeling ownership over objects and people around you. So that way you will find that attachment leads to disappointment and anger and frustration and all that. To maintain your serenity, your tranquility, it is better. Actually, it is required in this limb of yoga that aparigraha, non-possessiveness, is not being greedy, not feeling ownership over objects and individuals, and self-sufficiency and giving nature, being kind and feeling content in yourself. The five niyamas are: first, Sauch. Sauch means purity, cleanliness. So cleanliness of the body, cleanliness in your diet, and equally, if not more importantly, cleanliness of your mind. So clean body, clean diet, clean mind is what Sauch means. Santosh is contentment, to be satisfied and in oneself. You are satisfied with yourself. You are not lacking. You may observe something is missing, but you are not lacking it unless you feel satisfaction in owning something and getting there, getting somewhere else to get it. So that is the essence. The third is tapas, that is austerity and simplicity and commitment. Tapas means you are determined to reach your goal. Tapasya. The fourth is swadhyaya, self-study. Not necessarily study by sitting alone yourself and you are studying a subject. That is not the intent. Intent is you are studying yourself. Study of yourself is swadhyaya, self-study. And the fifth is Ishwar Pranidhana, that is dedication to the cosmic spirit, or whoever is your ideal, your goal, that is Ishvara, who you can pay respect to, you can remember, you can carry the idea or image with you. That is Ishvara Pranidhana. That is your dedication and surrender to the higher principle, to rise above your lower tendencies and move toward perfection. So that is Ishvara Pranidhana. Asana, posture, is to bring comfort and steadiness. There is one sutra in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. It says The definition of asana or posture is sthira sukham asana. In 3 words, Patanjali has summarized the whole essence of posture, asana practice. Sthira means steady, not shaking, not trembling, not distracted, not moving. Sthir, stillness. Stillness. Sukham, not being in pain while you are sitting still. Not painful stillness. You are forcing yourself not to move, but actually you are in pain. So you are comfortable and still. And how that happens? Through practice of asana. And when you have mastered the asanas, fundamental asanas, that is, you acquire stillness and comfort in a seated position. Now, why that is necessary? Because only then you begin the successive process of Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. A comfortable body, flexible body, strong body, but still body is needed to practice meditation. So that is Dharana. And Dharana also means that you are focused toward your goal. You focus to one direction, one point, one image, one idea, one question, without getting distracted by other thoughts entering your mind. Or something, a noise comes, a noise you hear, and you get distracted. You want to see, you want to hear that, and you are interested in too many things. So bringing your interest, attention and commitment to one point is Dharana. Dhyana is meditation. Practitioners have found, yogic practitioners have found, that prolonged concentration leads to meditation. That if you are focused on one point, after a while, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes, if you are comfortable and still in your posture, you will find that what you are concentrating on, either it has been internalized within you, you have merged with it, so there is nothing to concentrate upon anymore. And that object of concentration drops and you enter into a state of meditation. Sometimes meditation is very simple. It happens naturally. Sometimes you make an effort. Now, making an effort seldom succeeds in bringing you to a state of meditation, because meditation is not an action. I've heard people say, let's meditate on this topic. Now, meditating is not on a topic. Meditating is stilling the mind from any activity. So thinking hard, sitting and thinking hard about something is not meditation. Going beyond the mind is meditation. With these comments, I'll also mention the 8th and final is pure awareness, that is Samadhi, which is a blissful state that can only be experienced but not expressed, because there are no words you can express a unique experience, because words and language are used to share common knowledge. When I say a flower, somebody else also knows a flower, so they know we are talking about something which looks like a flower. But meditation is not a common experience of all. So when you say the word meditation, and everybody else will understand what meditation means. So similarly, Samadhi is pure bliss that can be only experienced, and it is beyond description, expression, language. And there are, of course, many stages, many qualities, many levels of Samadhi, which we will discuss in another video. So for now, thanks for paying attention and listening, and I hope this will enhance somewhat your practice, your understanding, and your dedication to yoga. We'll meet again. Namaste.